Hello students, today in our class about work, energy and power, and this is going to be the session number 3. In this class we are going to see the important topics: elastic potential energy, force displacement graph for a spring, potential energy displacement graph for a spring, then conservative and non-conservative forces. We are going to see the similarities as well as the differences between the non-conservative force and conservative force. Then law of conservation of energy. Come students, let's see today's class. Elastic potential energy. See, when a spring is elongated, it develops a restoring force. The potential energy possessed by a spring due to an deforming force which stretches or compresses the spring is termed as elastic potential energy. The deforming force means the replication of the spring to its original position. See, the work done by a applied force against the restoring force. Here restoring force means the spring force which act towards its original position. Now the work done by the applied force against the restoring force of the spring is stored as the elastic potential energy in the spring. Students, let us consider a spring mass system, a mass M lying on a smooth horizontal table as shown in the figure. Here x is equal to 0 is the equilibrium position. One end of the spring is attached to a rigid wall and the other end to the mass. You can see one end is attached to a wall and the other end is attached with the mass. Now this is the horizontal axis which is x is equal to 0, and this is the force which towards its original position, and Fs is the force towards its original position, and Fa is the position which is accelerated while we apply a force, and this is the elongation distance. Okay, this from the point to its elongation displacement per part is the elongation distance, that is x. Now let's start again. Here x is equal to 0 is the equilibrium position. One end of the spring is attached to a rigid wall and the other end is attached to the mass, right? An external force Fa is applied so that it is stretched by a distance x in the direction of the force. There is a restoring force called spring force Fs, which is developed in the spring, which tries to bring the mass back to its original position. This applied force and the spring force are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. You can see here it is equal and opposite in direction. According to Hooke's law, the restoring force developed in the spring is Fs is equal to minus k into x vector. As long as the spring remains in equilibrium position, the potential energy inside the spring is 0. So you can see as long as it is elongated again to its original position, the potential energy is 0. The negative sign in this equation minus kx vector is in the above expression implies that the spring force is always opposite to that of the displacement x vector and k is the force constant. Therefore the applied force Fa vector is equal to plus kx vector. See, this is the elongated area due to the force Fa. The positive sign implies that the applied force is in the direction of displacement, which is x. Let the spring be stretched to a small distance dx vector. The work done by the applied force on the spring is stretched it by a displacement x vector, and it is stored as an elastic potential energy. The spring constant is an example for variable forces as it depends on the displacement x. So we have u, that means the potential energy is equal to integral of f dot dr vector. If you take modulus to f and dr, then the displacement is from 0 to x, therefore integral 0 to x f a modulus dr modulus into cos theta. Let us have this at equation number 2. While equating this, we have integral from 0 to x f a dx. The applied force f a vector and the displacement dx, that is here dx, here in the same direction as the initial position is taken as the equilibrium position or mean position, which is x is equal to 0, is the lower limit for integration. Therefore, u is equal to integral, instead of this f a, okay, instead of this f a, we put integral from 0 to x kx into dx. U is equal to k into x square divided by, while integrating this, x square divided by 2 from 0 to x. This is equation number 5, and let us take it as 1 by 2 out and k into x square. If the initial position is not 0 and if the mass is changed from xi to xf, that means x final initial to x final, the elastic potential energy is u is equal to 1 by 2 k xf square minus xi square. From the equation of 6 and 7, we observe that the potential energy of the stretched spring is depends on the force constant k and the elongation or compression x. Force displacement graph for a spring. The elastic potential energy can be easily calculated by drawing Fx graph. The shaded area, the triangle, is the work done by the spring force. This is the work done by the spring force, and this is the displacement angle, and this is the force, that is minus kx. Here area is equal to 1 by 2 the base and the height, okay. So 1 by 2 is equal into x into k into x. Therefore, the displacement graph, force displacement graph for a spring shows the equation 1 by 2 kx square. Potential energy displacement graph for a spring. A compressed or extended spring will transfer its stored potential energy into kinetic energy of the mass which is attached to the spring. The potential energy displacement graph is shown here. You can see the potential energy here and the kinetic energy here. Altogether, this potential and kinetic energy total is equal to the total energy for this displacement. In a frictionless environment, the energy gets transferred from kinetic to potential and potential to kinetic repeatedly, such that the total energy of the system it remains constant. Therefore, del Ke is equal to del U. Conservative and non-conservative forces. First of all, let's see the conservative force. What do you mean by this conservative force? A force is said to be conservative force if the work done by or against the force is moving the body depends only on the initial and final positions of the body and not on the nature of the path followed between the initial and final positions. Let us consider an object at point A on the earth. It can be taken to another point B at a height h above the surface of the earth by 3 parts. Now the work done against the gravitational force is the same as the initial and final positions are the same. So the gravitational force is a conservative force. Conservative force is equal to the negative gradient of the potential energy. Let us see some examples for the potential energy, and this is the equation for the conservative force. That means Fs is equal to minus du into divided by dx. Examples are elastic spring force, electrostatic force, magnetic force and gravitational force. Next one is non-conservative force. Let's see what are they. A force is said to be non-conservative if the work done by or against the force is moving depends upon the path between the initial position and final position. And in conservative force, we don't bother about the path which depends upon the initial and final positions. And now the conservative position means that the value of work done is different in different parts. This is a picture for the conservative force, and which can also be seen as for the non-conservative force. If it's a regular, then it's conservative. If it is irregular, then it will be on non-conservative force. See, the frictional force are non-conservative forces as the work done against the friction depends on the length of the path moved by the body. Then the force due to air resistance, that means the viscous force, are also non-conservative forces as the work done by or against this force depends upon the velocity of the motion. Comparison of conservative and non-conservative forces. It's an important one. First one, conservative force and non-conservative force. Let's see the first point. In conservative forces, work done is independent of the path. Here, non-conservative forces, work done depends upon the path. In conservative forces, work done in a round trip is 0. And in non-conservative forces, work done in a round trip is not 0. In conservative forces, total energy remains constant, and in non-conservative forces, energy is dissipated as heat energy. In conservative forces, work done is completely recoverable, and it is not recoverable in non-conservative forces. Force is the negative gradient of potential energy in conservative forces, while in non-conservative forces, no such relations exist. Law of conservation of energy. When the body is about to touch the ground, the potential energy is 0 and the total energy is purely kinetic. So, when a body is thrown upwards, its kinetic energy goes on decreasing and consequently its potential energy keep increasing. Let us neglect the air resistance. When it reaches the height point, its energy is completely potential. Similarly, when the object falls back from a height, its kinetic energy increases whereas its potential energy decreases. You can see from C it's up to the height A, okay, to the total height is h, then U is equal to mgh at the utmost height, ke is equal to 0 and E is equal to U, and U is not equal to 0 in the middle, then ke is equal to not equal to 0 and E is equal to U plus ke, and finally at the ground U is equal to 0, that means the potential energy is equal to 0 and the kinetic energy is not equal to 0 and energy is equal to kinetic energy. See, when the body touches the ground, its energy is completely kinetic. As we saw here, the energy is completely kinetic. At the intermediate points, the energy is both kinetic and potential. Here, this is the intermediate part. In this intermediate part, the energy is both kinetic and potential. And this is the example for the energy transformation takes place at every point. The sum of kinetic energy and potential energy, that is the total mechanical energy, always remain constant. Then using all this we can come to the conclusion of the law of conservation of energy, and it states that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It may be transformed from one form of another to another, but the total energy of an isolated system remain constant. Here isolated means secured or individual. When the object is about to touch the ground, the potential energy is 0 and the total energy is purely kinetic. Thank you students, study well for the examinations.